Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390. Or for first-time callers, just dial 1-507-307-4424.
Sing for me sweet lullabies. Bright nights, an everlasting darksome days. Bright nights, I'm wearing the stain you made of me. And I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait for the bright nights to lead my way through the maze.
Free socks.
Getting on the bus, I got resources with me. Riding on the highway, making plans that are free. Ringing on the doorbell to my girlfriend. and rum.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
What is going on, everybody? Daniel Brewer here with you. Late night. Looks like it's going into the 3:30 hour. Kind of late for us, is it not, Jennifer?
Yep. Very late.
Oh, and you know what? Look at that. Your microphone is giving us some trouble. So let's see if we can fix that real quick. Okay. That don't look like it worked. Let's try this. We'll go back up here and go boom. Can you say anything?
Hello.
You know what? Let's see. Try to say something now. No, that's not working. Okay, here we go, folks. Welcome to Night Talks Radio. This is what we're dealing with just about every episode. Okay, so let's see. Why are you not working today? If I had $1 for every time, what about this one? You think this one? Let's try this one.
Hello.
No, it is just me. All right, hold on. Let's see. You got to be there somewhere. You know. Okay, so that's the Night Talks mic, the lead mic. Let's go back to MME. Let's try that.
Hello.
Okay, how about we do this and that again?
Hello.
Still not working. What in God's name is going on here? Let's try this again. See, we have to go through all these choices. So that is the issue right now. Okay, so that's Night Talk. Let's start with this one. That completely disables everything. That is something that you don't want. So let's continue to move up. We've hit that. Now we're going to continue to go upward. Bingo. Okay, do we got any voice coming out of that?
Hello.
No, we sure don't. Okay, so let's keep going. Alright, moving on up. Like the Jeffersons. Okay, try that.
Hello.
Okay, that's not working. Let's go up just a little bit more. And try that.
Hello, everyone.
There it is. There it is. I want Kimmy, one of our most dedicated listeners ever,
Yes.
to shoot a text to Jennifer Gregerson right now and let her know if she is coming in loud and clear.
Yes, Kimmy.
Kimmy, you got to do this for us right now, okay? Because, frankly, I don't feel like dealing with this shit at 3:30 in the morning. Not my problems, anyway. I got a lot more stuff to bitch about. I don't want to have to deal with the mic situation either.
Right.
One of these days, I'm telling you, we're going to win the lottery, have a book deal, maybe even a famous show, like something like Night Talks Radio. That would be a
Right.
cool name. Or like a side sister show called NTR Daily. That would be pretty spectacular.
Or NTR Astronomical Insights.
Featuring like Jennifer Gregerson. Let's see. But still on a bit distance. It's passable. Okay, I just don't like that. Let me try something
Okay.
again with the volume and the microphone, of course. Okay, so that's you. Okay, and you don't have anything coming in. That's what's
No.
surprising. Move your paperwork here real quick. Make sure that is pushed in all the way. Okay? And let's make sure mine as well is pushed in all the way.
All right.
Okay. Now, let's go through this again because it's not supposed to be that.
No.
You know what I mean? I know nobody can hear you right now when it's basically me talking to myself at this point, but we're going to figure this out. It's going to take the first 5 or 10 minutes of the show, folks, but we're going to figure this out because, gosh darn it, we took the time to come on at this late hour. Night owls rejoice. We're going to figure this out. Okay, that's not working either because you'd be picking me up right now. Primary sound capture device. No, that doesn't. Okay, let's keep going. Boop, boop, boop. See, now this one should totally work. That's why I'm baffled. Like, I'm completely baffled. But we'll keep moving on up. We'll go to that again, and it looks.
It's there,
Yeah, it looks like.
Kimmy just says the volume needs to go up.
The volume needs to go up. Okay, so let's get the volume up just a little bit. Kimmy, what are you thinking about now? How do you?
Does that sound good, Kimmy?
Does that sound a smite better? Okay. Because I know I sound magical. I always sound magical.
Oh, geez. Aren't you a little bit stuck on yourself for a second there?
Well, don't you remember about a week or so ago, our little 4-year-old tapped me on the head with her princess wand?
Oh, yes. She gave you magic.
Instantly.
Kimmy says, yes, it sounds better.
So now, okay, I need a yes is, I mean, okay, that's, that's good and all, but I need a yes, like absolutely yes, 100%, like totally good.
Totally good.
Radio quality.
Yes.
We could hop on any terrestrial radio station right now. That's what I need to know.
Well, let's see what she says.
Okay. That is crazy strange.
Dan's still coming in loud, though. Louder.
I'm coming in louder. Okay, so I'm going to drop that down just a bit. See, this stuff was all taken care of in the beginning.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know...
She says not radio quality yet.
Not radio quality yet? Well, Kimmy, I don't know. Might have to put a block on you now.
Dan is good.
I'm good. So right now, I'm good. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I am not very good quality, I guess.
Well, there's something that is up here because you are not supposed to be on the sound mapper. What does that say? If your
It's your voice that's coming in low.
Is she speaking of you, I take it then?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you just try chirping a little louder? See, you're stereo, too, as a matter of fact, which is kind of crazy.
Well, you've got that blocked, and stuff, but you're supposed to have that off.
This right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely supposed to be blocked.
Oh, okay.
Because
I'm
we
just making sure that doesn't interfere
technically, I mean, if there is a phone call that comes, oh, wait, hold on. I'm talking about Jen. Okay, she spelled your name with Jen.
It's low.
It's low. It's still low. You're kidding me on this.
Maybe it's just how I talk.
Okay, so how is that now? I mean, I literally almost have it up.
Kimmy, is that good?
How about this? Oh no, it's just stereo.
No, don't mess with anything else now.
No, it's not even that fact. It's the fact that there is something else lurking about the computer system. And it's really, it's disappointing me. Because I had it all set. I had it all set for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but then we shut down the internet and everything like that today. And
No. This was earlier. You even heard me replay it back.
Well, yeah, I heard that.
Like, there should be no reason you're on the Microsoft... what is he saying now?
Dan's voice is radio quality.
Well, of
Dan's
course. I mean,
voice
I'm
sounds
professional.
distant from the mic.
Distant
I
from
can
the
still
mic.
hear her, though, but it's not radio quality.
Not radio quality. Okay, see, this was never...
Did you try switch your mic, maybe?
There shouldn't... nothing should be affecting you via my mic. See, right now,
I'm not there.
you should be coming in.
Okay.
Okay? So, sometimes, if you go all the way to the bottom, and, even the cable... Yeah, you're not coming in the cable. But if you continue to move up... Okay, so there's one.
Yeah.
And that disables you.
Disabled me.
Okay. And then we continue to go up. That was one that disabled
With the
you.
mic on here?
That's what... well, you obviously, because you came in the other way. See, so right now...
There's no light on it.
No, we don't. There's not a light on that one. So, right now, you should be coming in.
Hello.
You see what I'm saying?
Hello.
You're not coming in. So if I go to the Microsoft Sound Mapper, which is also MME,
Yeah.
boom, there you are. Okay, so I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. I mean, you know what? As a matter of fact, I can't turn you up anymore. Okay, so how about this? Let me do this. Let me turn your actual mic volume up just a scotch.
Just a scotch.
Just a scotch.
Whoever came up with that name, that nickname or that saying, just a scotch.
Okay, now, Kimmy, in all seriousness, what are you hearing now? Is it better quality for Jen's mic? We know that I'm Gravy Boat, but what is Jennifer all about right now?
Yes. Am I doing good?
Because, like I said, frankly, I'm pissed off because I had it all ready. It was perfect in that pre-recording.
That's what happens, when
it seems like when the show actually starts and goes live, everything is just like, bleh. You know what I mean?
Blah.
Just it doesn't want to negotiate. It's it's like our landlord.
It's a hiccup.
It's a hiccup. Is that what they called it a hiccup today?
Yeah.
With Garden Valley, and yeah. So I had to clear the hiccup out of the system by unplugging multiple things.
Kimmy's not messaging us anymore. She's probably saying,
Kimmy, oh wait, no. Something popped up.
See, yeah, Jen's voice could be better. Still sounding a bit distant.
Damn it! Yeah, it's really.
I don't know.
I'm such. I have. It's. I'm very OCD.
Is this better? Hello.
So
is this better? I'm like right up against the mic. My lips are basically almost there.
I've always thought you could bring your voice up a lot. Let me check something else though. Let me look at this thing here. Okay, I'm gonna push this.
Kimmy's laughing at me.
Okay, see. Oh.
I told you.
Wait, okay, you're still on, but you're by far lower, though.
No, well, I don't know what you did.
Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go back to that, and we're going to push this.
What does that do anyway?
And see, now you're, like, totally back up there.
What does that button do anyway?
that essentially turns it off and on.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the off and on button.
Yeah, basically for that mic. But now I have to.
No, it's not better, she says.
No, not better.
No,
Okay.
not better.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Check this out.
What are we going to do?
Check this shit out.
Oh, boy. Here we go again.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this down.
Daniel is exploring.
I'm gonna put this down because we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Windows out, you know.
Don't worry about the windows. I just closed them all out anyway. Okay, now let's go here.
Aha.
Okay.
Go into the settings.
And we're going to go into the settings. And we're going to see. I have a strange feeling
Oh, boy.
that you could be on something different right now.
Oh, that's possible.
So let's just take a gander and see if everything is...
There you go, gander. I mean, seriously. We're going to have one of those shows, you know, where we have all of these weird...
What's wrong with gander? You say oofta.
Oofta, yeah, I say oofta because oofta is part of, like, my heritage.
Oh,
okay?
boy. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, well...
Gander is, like, almost like a bird or a goose or something, you know. I'm going to go, you know, gander a hunt, you know. I'm going to go goose hunting.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean,
I know it sounds unusual.
It does.
Doesn't
It sounds really weird.
Okay, now how do we sound now?
Kimmy, how do we sound?
How do we sound now is what I want to know. Do we sound any different?
Oh, she's writing.
She's writing.
She says that's better.
Really?
Perfect.
Seriously? No, for both of us?
Excellent.
Seriously?
That's what she's saying.
Oh, look at that.
For both my mic too, Kimmy, me.
So nobody is louder or nobody's distorted too much. Everything is pretty much equal.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I believe
now, see, that is
there
high. That is
angels
high,
among us.
Okay, we're gonna lose listeners.
We are not.
Okay, but see when it goes into the red like that, though, that
Yeah.
does mean it's slightly too high.
She says, yes, you too, Jen, yes. Well, hey, that's because I was doing, like, really loud with my voice, you know, my singing voice.
But I see what the problem was now. You're going to have to be
a little bit more
the
distant.
sound setting.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be the actual mic that's put into the output. Okay. And mine will automatically come through.
Ah.
Similar to this device right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have no
So-
idea what you just said, but okay, I'll agree
Well,
with
I'm
you.
sure that there's multiple people listening right now that have no idea what the fuck is going on at all. Nobody knows who Kimmy is that we keep speaking about. For all they know, we're just two wackos at 3:45 in the morning.
And then they want to hear me sing
talking
some more.
No,
Oh,
please stop. I'm out of here.
believe
All right,
there
everybody,
are
thank you for listening to Talks Radio. We'll be back. All right.
Come on. My singing is not that bad. Come on,
No,
seriously.
it's not. You know what?
You know, it's better than shower singing, you know? I mean,
I will admit
have
this
to say
though.
that,
It was better, you know, 2015, 2016.
yeah, of course.
Okay? It was you know, when I was Joey Fatone from NSYNC.
When
Okay.
you were, you.
Joey Fatone, don't believe anything. He doesn't live in New York. He doesn't live, you know, California. He lives in Red Lake Falls, Minnesota.
Yeah, right.
That's me. This is what Joey Fatone looks like, even though you can't see me right now. But this is what
He has
Joey
an
Fatone-
egg-shaped head.
Okay, if you say egg-shaped head one more time,
Elephant ears.
I'm going to, because we don't have enough money for the show, I'm going to replace you with an automated system. So, but, okay, I think we finally have solved all the frickin' microphone issues. So now we know that you have to be under that, I have to be under that, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, until tomorrow, and then it's
Until tomorrow, it's going to be
just
totally different.
Choosing
and
something different, So
Yeah, it was completely off for naught. I just don't like the red. I don't like you when you're in the red too much like that.
All right, so
Anyway. Yeah. Anywho, why don't you get to your what are those thingies called?
Well, it is
Horoscopos?
Well, first it's called Welcome to NTR Astronomical Insights.
Woohoo! And this is, of course, for Friday.
Yes.
The 16th, even though today's show is for Thursday, September the 15th, 2022.
Yes,
Okay.
but, I mean, it's 3 in the morning, so technically it's already Friday, so... We're just doing Friday's horoscope. So everyone...
It's very true. Well, the show starts at 11:35.
Well, yeah, but listen.
PM
So
Central
the
Time.
people that are
Or sometimes
listening live right now...
18 hours later.
Live right now will know what their horoscope is today. And the people that are just going to be getting up here at 9 o'clock can tune in and they'll know what their horoscope is for today.
Well, that's perfect. Of course,
that's
you're going to
how we
have...
do it that
And
way.
the whole deal is that, you got your night owls, which... we cater to the most.
Yeah.
Okay, because of course we're night owls ourselves.
Yeah.
But in the morning when people are getting up, they want to listen to something. Hey, throw on NTR Daily,
Yeah.
and let's listen to the those bad motherfuckers.
Exactly.
So-
Hey, say I'm
right,
having
do
I'm
it
having
up.
some Black Rifle coffee. I'm having
Here we go with the thing. Okay, we won't make it a
no, we're not going to make it
journey of
that way.
time.
But that's what's keeping me awake right now. Is this
The Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Takasquatch.
And their Takasquatch beverage. So,
Yes.
plug. All right, so why don't you get going on those horoscopes there,
Horoscopes.
and then we can move forward. Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Does that sound like you want to do that?
Sure, that sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. I'll shut my mouth now.
All right. Well, this is your horoscope.
All right, everybody,
there, so-
Brewer out.
All
Oh,
right, so
my horoscope. Okay, now Brewer out.
Aries, you may have a hard time finding motivation this morning. A cosmic climate could leave you feeling overwhelmed by your daily tasks. Just remember to breathe and stay grounded.
Oh, shit.
Luckily, a good vibe will fill the air this evening, helping you clear your mind and helping you to relax.
Yeah.
Taurus.
We'll see about all that.
So, Taurus, your inner strength will be tested today. Controlling your temper will be challenging as well. Do your best to remember how far you've come in life. Luckily, a helping hand. Happy hand. Luckily, a helping
It only works if
hand
you're a male.
will provide you with a confidence boost and restoring a sense of balance tonight. Yeah, he throws me off every time when he does those kind of, crazy sayings and crazy things,
My shenanigans.
Yes, your shenanigans. Anyway, all right.
Go ahead. I won't bother you no more.
Okay.
I'm just going to sit here.
Gemini, you'll feel more emotional or
The Gemini
irritable
was
today.
a wooden roller coaster, by the way, at, was it Kings Island in Ohio?
Yeah, I think so. It got shut down, though.
Yeah, shut down. Oh,
Yeah.
did it?
Yeah, I think that's the one that caused the accident.
There was one badass downturn on that ride that you thought a metal beam was, not metal, wood, was going to just whack you right in the head. It was obviously an optical illusion, and it was like 10 feet away from you. But that was the coolest part of that ride. So there's your useless information of the day.
I don't know. I almost pissed my pants last time I went on a roller coaster. It was at Six Flags in I don't even know where.
There's multiple.
Minnesota Six Flags on the other
I
side.
think
the other
so,
side
yeah,
of the
yeah.
city is the Six
Yeah, there's
Flags
like
there.
multiple Six Flags.
Was it in Wisconsin? Maybe the Six.
So then, if there's like multiple Six Flags, say there's like 22 Six Flags in the United States, shouldn't it be like 22 flags?
Well, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I'll give them a call tomorrow and talk to them about that.
Yeah, change
All
your
right,
name.
Go ahead and continue.
All right, Six Flags, change your name. Okay, anyway. Like I was saying, the roller coaster, literally almost made me pee my pants. I mean, I was so scared. But
I've come close to peeing my pants several times over multiple things.
Yeah.
So, nothing to be ashamed about.
No, well, the thing that sucks so bad is when you sneeze so hard and everything like that, and sometimes you
That one I don't know
have
about.
a little bit of a dribble once in a while, and stuff like that. It kind of sucks.
It's like, number one, your sneezes first off sound like a demon is trying to come out of your body, your soul. Like I'm actually spooked out. And it continues on for a good 10 to 12 seconds. And even now our daughter is picking it up like, Mom, like, dude, are you okay? What the
she
fuck
always
is going
always
on?
wonders if I'm okay, and stuff when my sneezes come.
And then when, you finally stop, I think the entity has left your body. But then you're like, cross-legged, like, oops, I gotta go fucking change my pants. Like, what happened?
Well,
What happened?
You men aren't gonna. I don't think you're ever gonna experience that unless you have a prostate problem. But women, after.
I mean, I dribble. Don't get me wrong. I got a little dribble.
Yeah. Well, after they have babies, and stuff like that, their bladder gets weak, and their uterus gets very weak.
Right. I know when I have a baby,
According to the left, it is possible though for men to
urethra.
have babies, isn't it?
Urethra.
But we're gonna discuss that one later on.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on, probably.
All right, let's go ahead and continue with the words.
All right, do
folks.
it. I'll shut my mouth now.
All right, so
I shouldn't be in radio. I actually talk too much to be in radio.
Gemini, you'll feel more emotional and irritable today. Try not to make any impulsive decisions that could affect your path. Luckily, you'll have an opportunity to shake off the strange vibes this afternoon, and later tonight, you will lean towards love and support.
Aww.
Cancer, your dreams may be more emotional this morning. Take a moment to appreciate any pleasant astral encounter. Yep. You may have. What the heck is that?
Again, here it goes.
Oh,
you were doing pretty good.
You may have had, as the
okay.
universe
Nice recovery,
is
nice
likely
recovery.
trying to send you a message. Unfortunately, rocky vibes will manifest.
Rocky vibes.
Threatening.
It sounds like a
to-
WWF wrestler from the late 80s. Rocky vibes.
Rocky vibes will manifest, threatening to place you at a standstill. Luckily, you'll have an opportunity to set healthy boundaries later on tonight.
All right, kick ass for whoever that was.
Leo.
Leo?
No, this is Leo.
Oh, Leo.
Leo.
Sounded like you said Leo.
No.
Okay.
Leo.
Just making sure.
All right.
I don't know if they added another one. Another zodiac, NASA.
Feeling undervalued within your community could trigger anger today.
Ooh.
Cosmic climate
Time
could
to have a
also
peaceful riot.
lead to social anxiety or drama within your
Social.
friendship circle.
Social.
Make it a great time to focus on yourself. Luckily, good news in the form of professional or monetary opportunities could bring a welcome distraction.
Well, how about that?
Connecting with your spirituality will bring major healing later this evening. All right, Virgo, that's me. Hey, let's see what mine is. An unhealthy professional setting could affect your sense of self today.
Shit balls. At least we don't have a show tomorrow. Tomorrow's production day.
Right.
We do have multiple other things to do, though.
Right. So this could cause others to push your buttons. Luckily, you'll have.
Thank God I don't do that.
Luckily, you'll have an opportunity to lean into positive thinking and connect to your spirituality.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and good vibes will flow this evening, spreading love and harmony into the air.
Oh, well, come on. That was like 75% good.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Libra, try not to fight against your intuition today. A cosmic climate could bring feelings and
Uh-oh.
prophetic omens?
Yeah, you
What the
got
hell
it.
are
Yeah,
prophetic
you got it.
omens?
I can't read your writing worth shit, so I'll just take your word
That
for
could
it.
result in a block of your psychic gifts. Luckily, a helping hand will empower you to see the reality around you. An opportunity will manifest this evening, helping you focus on the love and nurturing of your spirit.
Sweet.
Scorpio, Kimmy, listen to this one.
Kimmy.
All right, so messages of empowerment from loved ones will creep into your dreams this morning. Take a moment to study your dreams and be careful who you trust as the day unfolds. Luckily, a vibe will manifest tonight, helping you with an opportunity to get rid of the toxic in your life. Yeah.
Well, that's good for her.
So, the messages that's probably going to empower from the loved ones is probably her mother might come to her in a dream tonight, or this morning, I should say.
Right.
Or maybe
Who
her
knows?
grandmother or something.
Or she'll talk to us, and everything's A-okay.
Well, are we her loved ones?
I think at this point we're her loved ones.
Yeah, well.
You know what? We look out. We care. You know.
Yeah, true.
Kimmy, we look out for you. We're there for you. You know.
Yeah, we love you, Kimmy. We love you.
Platonically, of course.
All right, Sagittarius. Professional stress may have a negative impact on your love life today. Uh-oh. The cosmic climate
I don't
could
know
put
any
you
of them.
in an irritable mood, especially if the pressure at work
Like
starts
I am
to overwhelm you.
24/7.
Try not to lash out at your loved ones, and be sure to take some time out for self-care. Tonight, you'll have a chance to reclaim your self-worth.
All right.
Capricorn. Watch out for tensions of work today. A cosmic climate could cause you to become distracted. However, arming yourself with a crystal or a spiritual meditation, and watch out for confusion later tonight. See, I was confused already. So
Wow, that actually made you confused.
that did make me confused.
It was about confusion. It made you confused.
Right, and that's strange. All right, so Aquarius.
Age of Aquarius.
Okay, anyway. An intense vibe will affect your aura this morning. Try not to let your feelings get in the way today. Creative ideas will flow freely this evening, providing you with an opportunity to find healing to your aurora. Sorry. I wrote this really fast.
You're
so.
forgiven.
Pisces, look for ways to guard your aura. A cosmic climate will caution you against playing the role of peacekeeper. A foggy vibe will hit later this afternoon. Remember to make it important to prioritize the truth as the day comes to an end.
All right.
So, I was talking to you guys a little bit yesterday about that I'm going to talk to you about how to connect with your guardian angel and who your guardian angel may be.
That's correct.
So, just bear with me because this is a little bit long, but it does explain a lot.
You
All
know
right.
what?
So if you
got-
want to get a
you
pen,
got 20 minutes.
a pen and a piece of paper, you know, some of this information might be easy and
I watched
better
her work
to
on
understand
this. She
writing
wrote this
down.
down by herself. She was kicking some ass on it, so
All right. So
maybe you want to write it down. I don't know.
yeah, there's a lot of information. All right. So who is your guardian angel and how to connect with them? Guardian angels are spiritual guides that can help you navigate adventures here on Earth. Once you start to get to know your guardian angel, it will become easier to sense their presence and recognize when they send you guidance. The best way to get to know your guardian angel is by simply interacting with them. There are 4 ways to connect with your guardian angel. Number 1, learn their names. Go to a quiet room and shut the door so nobody else disturbs you. Close your eyes, calm your mind, and ask your higher self for the name of one of your guardian angels. Then there should be a name that will be placed in your head, your thoughts, and if there is no name that shows up, it might be because your guardian angel wants you to pick the name. Picking the name, you want to pick a name that makes you feel cherished and protected. You write down the names of your guardian angels and call them by name when you ask them for comfort or guidance. Using our guardian angels' names should help you stay more connected to them. Number 2, ask them to send you a sign. Angels love to send signs that can improve your life and love. Signs can be written, or they can come in a formal prayer, or briefly by meditating. Number 3, dedicate a song to them. Music travels in the ether, permeating your senses and calling forth your soul. Sometimes the message lives in your association with the song or artist and even through the lyrics. When you decide a song to your guardian angel, or when you dedicate the song, you decide the song and dedicate the song to your guardian angel, the song becomes their calling card. So pick a song that makes you feel comfortable and comforted, safe, and loved. And lastly, number 4, you can simply just write them a letter. Now, I know it sounds kind of strange, you know, how are you going to send it to them, right? But no, you write them a letter.
Yeah, you write them a letter. They'll
Yep.
still be able to read it.
Yep. Start the letter with Dear Guardian Angels, and then write about what weighs on you, a situation that is difficult for you to handle, a decision that you may have to make, or a relationship that's bothering you. Your guardian angel knows everything about you. So go ahead and end by saying, Guardian angels, please help me with this in any way you can. It could come as an insightful thought, a gut feeling, strong knowing, visions, or even an angel's voice in your mind. When the guidance comes by the guardian angels, be sure to go back to your journal and record it, or simply tell them thank you in your thoughts. The bottom line is, as humans, we all have access to a team of guardian angels. All angels are pure spirits that appreciate when we connect to them.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a little deep there. You know, a lot of information. I hope someone was able to write that down.
So do we all have guardian angels?
Yeah.
Every single one of us?
Yes, everyone is assigned a guardian angel. Everyone's assigned an archangel, and everyone's assigned a guardian angel. And some people are actually
What if I was a
assigned
serial killer? Would I still have a guardian angel?
Guardian angels.
What if I was a serial killer? Would I still have a guardian angel?
Yes, because what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to try and persuade you in the right path. They're supposed to help you through life, you know. So Yeah, you're going to have a guardian angel that you're going to have to
Wow.
answer to. Guardian angels show up if something is going wrong in your life, and that's probably why that one guardian angel showed up for us that one time.
Right.
You
And
know,
yeah, I don't like talking about that.
They do show
Little
up.
spooky.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can call upon your guardian angel at any time, and that's what that was all
So,
about.
was
But
that guardian angel the same one that stopped me from dying from asthma when I was a little boy
could
at
be,
2:30 in the morning?
could be. We still got to figure out if that was your guardian angel or my guardian angel.
Right.
You know,
the one
that's the thing, But it could
Okay.
very well have been.
Okay, gotcha.
You know. Guardian angels, they say, are actually they're not like you think a guardian angel would be like your loved ones who's passed on and everything. Guardian angels are I guess
Well,
what
I
they
never actually thought of that.
well, some people do. So actually, a guardian angel is like an internal spirit. It's not one that has already been on Earth and passed away or anything like that. It's an energy source and an eternal spirit.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, guardian angels are not what you think. A lot of people, like I said, think that your guardian angels are your loved ones. That's not the way it works.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
So-
did learn a few things with that little segment.
Yeah. So
History of the day.
yes, history of today for Friday, September 16th.
Let's do it.
All right. So in 1994, Britain's government lifts the 1988 broadcasting ban against members
What?
of Ireland's Sinn Féin and Irish
Let me look at what you wrote.
paramilitary groups.
Paramilitary groups. Let me see.
Paramilitary
What do you say?
You ain't
Briti-
gonna be able to read my writing anyway.
British government. You're right. I can't. Lifts? Is that lifts? The 1988 broadcasting ban. It's lifts.
Lifts.
The 1988 broadcasting ban against
Yes. Lifts. Yes.
members of Ireland's Sinn Féin. Is that what that is?
Yep. Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin
and
and Irish paramilitary groups.
Yep.
Okay, that happened in 1994. Whoop-de-doo, let's move on.
Hey, come on now. It's still interesting though.
It is interesting.
All right,
It's
so-
just hard as shit to write.
To read, you can't read
to
my
write- or
writing.
To read your yeah. it would be hard as shit to write like you, and it's hard as shit to read like you.
Hey, yeah. Okay, thank you.
I'll keep jabbing at you until you read that book that
Yeah.
I bought you.
Well.
You wanted so bad. You were like, the book I'd really like is this one book off of eBay.
Yeah. All right, egg-shaped head.
And Amazon.
Anyway.
Oh.
So in 1991, the trial of Emmanuel Noriega, the dictator.
Noriega.
Noriega. Sorry. Okay, whatever.
Emmanuel
Dick-
Noriega.
The dictator of Panama
Dick.
begins in the U.S. So in 1978, an earthquake estimated to be as strong as 7.9 on the Richter scale kills 25,000 people in Iran.
Your mom must have went walking that day.
Jesus God. You sound like Napoleon Dynamite for a second there.
Go on, just leave me alone.
What about Tina? Come get your dinner.
Tina, come get your dinner. God.
Anyway, in 1975, administrators for Rhodes Scholarships announced
Rhodes
the
scholarships, yeah.
decision to begin offering fellowships to women. In
What year was that?
1975.
Okay, cool.
So in 1950, the U.S. 8th Army breaks out of the Person perimeter in South Korea and begins heading north to meet MacArthur's troops heading south from Incheon, something like that.
Let me see. I gotta look at it closely. Incheon. Yeah. Incheon.
Yeah. So in 1945, Japan surrenders Hong Kong to Britain.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I know, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, when Britain had control of Hong Kong, it was a pretty decent place, and then China comes along and says, we're gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So
in 1940, Congress passes the Selective Service Act, which calls for the first peacetime draft in U.S. history.
Which, that whole draft thing, I wouldn't be surprised if it begins to start to come back within the next couple weeks to months.
Yeah, right. In 1934, anti-Nazi
Nazi Lutherans?
Man, I did not finish that one. Never mind. Well,
just skip that one. We're skipping that one. You didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I didn't.
We do apologize for that, folks. We'll give you a refund at the end of the show.
I did not finish that one. Oh my God. Okay.
Just fucked it. You just fucked it up.
All right. So, anyways, in 1920, 30 people are killed in a terrorist bombing in New York Wall Street financial district.
When?
That was in 1920.
Really?
Yeah. So
I actually did not know about that.
Well, see, like I said, it's interesting, some of this stuff.
Wow.
So in 1908, General Motor files papers of incorporation.
General Motors, like the Ford? Okay.
Yeah. In 1893, some 50,000 Sooners is what they called them.
Sooners, man.
Claim land
Oklahoma.
Sooner
boomers
in the Cherokee Strip during the first day of the Oklahoma land rush.
I was right.
So listen.
Sooner boomers. That's what Oklahoma fans call them, college football.
So in 1889, Robert Younger in Minnesota's Stillwater Penitentiary for life dies of tuberculosis.
Ooh, not a fun death.
In 1864, Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest leads 4,500 men out of Verona, Mississippi, to harass Union outposts in northern Alabama and Tennessee. Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. How about in 1810, a revolution for independence breaks out in Mexico?
I did not know that either.
And how about this one? In 1620, the Pilgrims sail from England on the Mayflower.
Hey.
There you go.
All right. What is this? Is this something else or?
This is Biden's speech.
Oh, goody gumdrops. Well, I guess we can go ahead and.
Goody gumdrops. There's another one.
Think?
I mean, what do they call them? Like, what do they call them?
What?
Like when you have something to say, like oofda or goody gumdrops or gee golly wally or whatever.
There's
there's
multiple sayings.
Yeah,
that
and
you
what
could say.
do
I
they
couldn't
call them
possibly
though?
know.
What is the name of that saying?
Wow. You know what? That's you stumped me on that one. I don't know what that would be called.
Yeah, because I know that we were going to do actual show on that one time. You know, how these sayings came up, you know? I mean, crazy.
Right. Well, you know what? We could probably discuss that in the second or third hour.
I don't
I
even
think.
know what they're called.
But, you know.
Kimmy, do some research and let us know what they're called.
But I will tell you, coming up in the second hour, we're going to be talking about the train situation.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You know, this nationwide strike thing, it's going to happen. And I'll explain to you why it's going to happen. And wouldn't you just know it, it has the White House and Biden all over it.
Oh, yes. Of
All
course.
over it. Money, money, money.
We're also going to talk about the Biden speech, that ridiculous speech that he had. And we're going to talk about a few other things. You know, I'm trying to incorporate a couple of different stories from different countries and stuff according to our listenership. So that's going to be kind of interesting.
Pretty cool. All right, well, we are going to take our first break here on NTR Daily. We shall return. We'll be right back. Want more Night Talks? We have you covered. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Night Talks Radio for bold and truthful commentary, breaking news, show updates, program guest information, and so much more. And hey, thanks for listening.
I can see you looking at me from across the room. With every single glance, I get a little more confused. You shouldn't want me, I shouldn't want you. All of our reasons, we follow the rules, but all I keep dreaming about is me with you. Are you curious where this is going? Curious, I think you should know that when it comes to me and you, I don't know what to do, but I'm curious about you. Yeah, I know that we both agree that we should just be friends, but when our late night conversations get deep, I can't pretend. 'Cause I know you want me, you know I want you. Forget the boundaries, let's break our own rules. All I keep thinking about is me with you. Are you curious where this is going? Curious, think you should know that when it comes to me and you, I don't know what to do, but I'm curious
Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390. Or for first-time callers, just dial 1-507-307-4424. From somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Everyone says that I should get going, start running, but I'm not supposed to.
What's going on, everybody? Hour 2 of NTR Daily for Thursday, September 15th, 2022. I have Jennifer Gregerson along with me. Jennifer, say hello to Radioland.
Good morning, everyone.
It is indeed a good morning. It is now going towards 4:30 a.m. Central Time.
Yes,
Once again, we got her in a little late.
we did.
We've had a long day, a
Yes.
long night.
Yeah.
There was news
Of
breaking all
course,
over
we had to
the
watch the
place.
football game.
We had to watch the football game, which was useless to my fantasy.
No, I mean, Kansas City. Come on, Patrick Mahomes. He won. Come on, seriously.
Well, I mean, I'm happy for you for
okay,
that.
good.
But as far as real football fantasy, I was disappointed in multiple ways.
Oh boy.
But that's between
I haven't even
me,
checked mine
myself,
to see how I
and
did.
I actually did earn a few points, but at this point it's irrelevant. So.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So being hour 2, that usually means I do apologize for that cough.
News.
That
news,
usually
news,
means
news.
a serious news time and updates.
Yes.
So we shall have you kick things off, Jennifer, and I think that will guide me into what I need to chirp about.
All right, so let's talk about the ridiculous speech, that Biden did here 2 weeks ago. It looked like he was Hitler.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I know this is a bit of old news,
But
we
never
haven't
touched
had an
base on
opportunity
this,
to talk about it. But, no, he looked like a split between, the Emperor from Star Wars, speaking in front of stormtroopers or something along those lines, with his special red knights next to him on either side with red banners hanging, a eerie darkness feel to the whole thing. There's another cough, second cough. My goodness gracious! I bet I have COVID. But and then a spotlight directly on him as well. Frankly, it was super fucking spooky.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And then he has to say that basically we all need to stand by him. Everyone who voted for the opposite is a terrorist, just like Al Qaeda with the 9/11
no, he seriously
attack.
we were seriously anybody that's conservative, Republican, believes in family values, America, freedom, this and that. Pretty much everything the Biden regime is against, like secure borders, things like that. He basically said that we were the equivalent of the 9/11 terrorists, and essentially we should be eliminated. Mm-hmm. We are the ones causing the trouble in the country. We are violent. We cannot be trusted. Just a multitude of horrible things, and basically giving the green light for insane far leftists, which is essentially everybody that supports the Democrats nowadays,
Right.
gave them the green light to let's just kill anybody that's conservative,
do the mob
essentially.
Rule. The
Yeah,
mob
rule.
Yeah.
Just go ahead, beat the shit out of him, kill him, do whatever you got to do. We got to eliminate these people, man, or life is over.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
over. It's not because of me fucking it up.
Yeah.
I didn't do shit, man. It was those mega fucking supporters.
He basically, he was angry. He was yelling the whole time. He was saying, "Soul of the nation."
Yeah, the soul of the nation is at stake.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're the ones that need to be removed.
Yep, exactly. We're a threat to the democracy.
And it's like just so sad. It's so desperate, so pathetic with the November midterms coming up that you have to stoop this low. This is by far the worst, obviously, that I've ever seen. I'm sure it's the worst you've ever seen, and people out there that are conservative and such. Just, wow.
Right.
Wow.
And then he starts off by just welcoming all of us. Welcome my fellow Americans.
No.
And then he talks about how America...
There's no fellowship of the ring in this motherfucker.
In America, we are all created equal.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
obviously he's incapable to run in office, according to Dr. So-and-so, who was Trump's White House physician, personal physician, and he can talk after a period of time out of being in office and whatnot, and straight up just said on the basis of his mindset and how he speaks, and the multiple problems he looks like he has mentally, he would stop him from going to office just on that alone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about anything else that he has to say or whatever. Just on that alone, no, you're out of there, pal.
And then the interesting thing about it, during the speech, the top trending topics that were on the internet during the speech,
the Twitter sphere,
were they
wasn't it like
top
Satan,
satanic, demonic, and pure evil.
Pure evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Those were trending. The left will tell you for other reasons, but those were trending because those were leftists following Biden and the Biden regime and trying to get the best possible news, looking up those hashtags.
Yeah,
having to do with the Biden regime.
Right. So just basically that speech was absolutely ridiculous. He basically put us megas down, saying that we are destroying the world. It's the left that is bringing it back up. Just a bunch of just stupid lies and just insanity, big time.
Well, that's what the left has essentially been taught to do. It's like, if you teach a baby to, do bad things when they're growing up, what are they going to do 90% of the time when they get to be 21 years old or so, or even earlier? They're gonna act up. They're gonna do bad. They're gonna fuck shit up, and that's like the Democrats, except
exactly.
100 times worse.
Right.
So yeah, we're being driven into the ground fairly heavily by the Democrats at this point.
But Daniel, I do see that you said that. Well, I do see that you have some notes here, and I actually heard you say that you were going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the railroad.
Well, here's the newest update for you guys out there. Okay. So, BNSF, CSX, NS, Norfolk Southern, Union Pacific, CN and CP who operate on American trackage, of course, could still pull Biden's tentative labor agreement completely off the table anytime before 12:01 a.m. nationwide, which would have already happened. It may have taken place. We won't know about it until tomorrow sometime. We might not even know about it until as far as Monday. There's a lot of paperwork involved with that, signing BLET and other unions and representatives and whatnot have to sign off on these deals to strike and all this good stuff. And this tentative deal, I explained to Jennifer what tentative actually meant, and essentially it means basically, in layman's terms, not going to happen. Okay? Like, it's not in the realm of possibility at this point. Tentative. And, these guys know what that meant. A very, well, let's put it this way, a not very nice person, Marty Walsh, Labor Secretary from the White House, and of course far left, had to force these 11th hour, extremely rushed, forced talks to try to avert a nationwide rail system shutdown, which is just not going to work. A 24% pay increase over a certain period of time, yippee yay. That money you will not see. We all know that by now. Bonuses and things like that go to normal jobs. You're not seeing those either. And if you still think you are, give it a couple more months and it will hit you in the head like a Louisville Slugger baseball bat. That they totally lied to you, and they also no longer have money to do so, to give these bonuses and such, and pay raises like Biden did. Let's make everybody $15 to $20 an hour, and blah, blah, blah. Doing this whole gosh darn equality thing again.
Yeah.
Somebody at McDonald's flipping burgers who can't even do that right does not compare to somebody that runs America and is a freight conductor.
Right.
Price-wise, not price-wise, but wage-wise, they shouldn't even be in the same realm. You know what I mean?
No.
So, what this is basically saying as well is that they supposedly magically, somehow, and of course we don't know where the money's going to come from, but in reality we do.
Right.
It's going to come out of our pockets, just like everything else that's going on is coming out of our pockets and going to other countries, specifically China, which, I'm still quite baffled about that one.
Right.
I feel like a cartoon coyote with stars above my head after I slammed into a fake tunnel wall. But they're offering yearly to conductors and engineers and other train workers anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 again annually per year. So if you take 10 to 12 months on average at a pay of let's say $12,000 per worker for years upon years or more, what is 12,000 times 135,000? the amount of railroad workers in the U.S. as of spring of 2022, that would equal, and remember, this, once again, is nothing but leftist talk.
Right.
With no methods, of course, on how this is going to be completed whatsoever, this monumental financial task of saving railroad workers and their families and things of that such. But it would equal an astronomical $1,620,000,000 per year going to the railroad workers. And being a former conductor, I'm all about it. Sure,
So
give it to me. But
that was $1,620,000.
No.
That's what you said.
No,
so
no.
can you
Did
say
I
it one more
million?
time? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I read that wrong. $1,620,000,000.
Oh, okay. All right. That is a lot.
So
Wow.
per year, this is what they're guaranteeing in this tentative deal, and right away the people in the know, besides for the the higher ups in the union ranks, for the Department of Transportation and this and that, they're very much quite like the left and are all about the money, just like the CEOs of majority of these railroad companies.
Yeah.
So, basically what has happened is that by no means is the left playing neutral here or innocent actors in this tentative negotiation or agreement. It's very high priority for Biden to attempt to please the top-ranking union leaders, where money talks and safety and a multitude of other concerns take a hike or a walk.
Well, you know why
And
he's
that-
doing that is because he already knows that he has lost the election.
Well, yeah, this is all last-ditch effort. Everything is. They're done, and they're gone in November. But, it's key votes coming from unions and CEOs of different transportation companies. Biden is just simply praying to win over both the union leads and the railroad company CEOs before the November midterms, as you stated, which do not look very good at all for the Democrats, as you stated once again.
Yep.
But the biggest issue here is, American public life is not people who press for the interests of their particular group in politics. That's rather normal. The biggest problem in American public life are top union officials that push aside the true railroad worker complaints and a major safety issue being brought up, or safety issues being brought up, and signing a rushed contract with the extreme far left government of the United States.
It's not really getting us anywhere.
Paying for the actual individuals who they look to be heavily negotiating with, so they all can get elected. In fact, Marty Walsh, before becoming mayor of Boston in 2014, the laborers' union that he once led before 2014 contributed more than $9 million to
Wow.
the Senate Majority Pact with, which supports Democratic and liberal candidates for U.S. Senate. Then again, in 2020's election cycle, he donated more to aid, well, the group donated more to aid far-left Democratic candidates. Far-left policymakers is the question of shifting the burden, no matter what the burden is, to somebody else always.
Yep.
Regardless of what it is. Your political allies get all the benefits,
Yep.
and your political enemies who oppose you are the ones who receive all of the cost and blame. And then you, like me and you, the average middle-class American, get simply stuck with the rest of the inflated debt, which is paid via our tax money. The threat of a nationwide rail system shutdown occurring before the 2022 midterm elections was no coincidence. The problem, which has been going on for many, many years, there's been complaints, and we're in the thousands of complaints just in this region alone,
Yeah.
has suddenly become top priority of late to the far left, the White House, and President Biden. The amount of, destruction and damage that would happen would be beyond egregious. Joe Biden would then literally be held over a barrel. And let me explain. The economic cost of a nationwide rail shutdown or strike would amount to nearly $2 billion with a B dollars per day, according to the Association of American Railroads.
But we can afford, losing that money, because he's already given, $11.2 billion already
the
to
whole
Ukraine,
scheme of things,
so
it
come on
doesn't
now.
matter. We're still in a shithole. It's
Yep.
not really going to matter too much, but it's going to have a visible impact
yes.
that will make things much, much worse. The reality for most Americans is simply they don't have a clue about what's really going on unless you have or do work for the railroad and have inside knowledge. If sometime in the next couple of hours, or it may have already happened, the call is made, it would worsen existing supply chains by nearly 3 to 4 times over.
Well, I did actually look online to see if they went on strike yet, and they're not saying anything about going on strike yet.
Well, they're not.
This tentative deal is going to be the deal, is what it seems like.
Yeah, they're not going to announce the strike, I wouldn't imagine, until tomorrow or even Monday. But
how does that work then, real quick? If a person were to be off, okay, it was their off day, okay, and they decided to start that strike that day, does that person have to go there too, even though it's their off day?
No. Well, depending on what time, you don't have to go to that. You don't have to do that if you had an off day, already scheduled and whatnot. But
obviously,
you
if you
will
were working,
have to
you have
attend
to.
if you're working. Yes.
Now, do they-
multiple things could go wrong. if you
Do
not.
they get paid when they do the
No.
strike?
Absolutely not. You're unpaid.
So then why would it matter if you're working or not? And going to stand there with a sign and be on strike.
Well, first off,
I
you
mean-
want to keep your job when the strike is over with. You want to show your support for your fellow conductors, engineers, maintenance away, and this and that. And you are, it's mandatory you show up. Or you could be, fired.
Oh,
For
wow.
not supporting the cause. Or you can hop on over to the railroad side, if you want to.
But can't you just start like a strike, like hold the sign out your house, and stuff like that? You're still
No,
supporting
how would
the
that,
railroad.
How would that stop, say, scab workers or the railroad sending train masters from the cities or anything along those lines? How would that stop them from boarding a power and starting to move freight?
Well, I suppose that doesn't stop them, but in a way it also
That's
it
the whole point.
stops you from being able to have to go down to the depot,
Well, that's just real life. That's
Yeah.
the job of a railroad worker,
Right.
unfortunately. And it's not just the railroad. Ford Motor Company, Voith, Roush, I've dealt with it, and many, many other people have dealt with it.
So when
If you want to talk seriously, you are going to block them from attempting to move those trains, whether it's in the yard or on the main line. And, I think this time it could get quite dirty. So, to go back before you had mentioned that, again, most Americans simply don't understand
right.
what we could be facing. It would worsen, existing supply chains by 3 to 4 times over. I've already stated that.
Right.
It will cause massive supply chain bottlenecks driven by insane labor shortages, which would be immediately followed by, U.S. government lockdowns across the nation to protect the food or, drinkable water that is remaining on the shelves. And when I say lockdown, it's not like the COVID lockdown. This will be a whole different world of lockdown. And then, of course, the crippling inflation nationwide, the likes we have never experienced before, would be a complete shock to people. Your for instance, grain wouldn't move, soybean wouldn't move, crude oil wouldn't move, things that we take for granted wouldn't move, electronics, you got November and December coming up. They estimate corn of any sort will be gone before Thanksgiving.
So are you saying that, okay, because of all of this limited supplies and the railroad going on strike and not being able to get the stuff to you, now we're going to see a big jump in food prices and everything like that again?
Oh, without question. It's going to be incredible. Just like, oh gosh, I forgot his name at this point, but you won't see, it won't be a couple of weeks, it won't be a couple of months. It'll be within the week after we find out about the strike.
Okay.
Okay. It will immediately impact us. So, if you're paying, for orange juice, for example,
Right.
which is transported by CSX for the most part out of Florida.
Okay, I think the price is about $6.19 as it is for a half gallon.
Jesus.
You're going to be looking at about $10, $11 for a half gallon of, not brand name orange juice.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
And then I
folks.
think the mom and pop stores will end up closing
The
down.
mom and pop stores will end up they will not survive this. They will not.
Wow.
They will not have the shipments coming in. The railroad runs nearly 75% of the American economy. Of course, the trucks ship it to the facilities and things of that nature, but nothing can compare to what the railroad and freight industry can do and supply to different parts of the country.
Now, what is
So-
the longest strike in history? The longest railroad strike in history? Do you know that?
I am not a privy on the longest.
Okay.
I will have to look that up for a future show, but I've been through a couple, but obviously nowhere close to this type of strike or shutdown, especially nationwide. So this will be brand new to me as well. But top-ranked leftists, can now, top-ranked leftist union leaders, that is, can now hold the Democrats virtually at gunpoint, and the Dems will give away the store, so to speak. Just like what happened today with the railroaders. So, it's they basically can essentially say, if you give us this amount of money, we will vote for you come the midterms. You'll have our check mark, our seal of approval.
Right.
And this does nothing, absolutely nothing for the railroad workers. It doesn't address the financial issues. It doesn't address the safety issues.
Right.
It doesn't address the family issues. It doesn't address the stress toll that it takes on engineers and conductors. And then, of course, the railroads virtually doing whatever they think they can do because there's not a true contract in place, and that's been that way for years. So, basically, railroaders now will, be looked at by, adults and children as those bad, greedy people who ruined Thanksgiving and Christmas time.
Yeah.
Okay, and made everything worse. Well, the Dems will sit there and say they tried their damnedest to stop these horrible, railroaders from starting this nationwide rail system stoppage. But the railroad workers are simply too greedy and support the right. Mega.
Yeah.
Which is just off target in so many ways, but that is the actual goal. We will not know, of course, as I stated, if the strike did take place at 12:01. This is an extraordinary situation. There will be phone calls placed tomorrow to find out exactly what's going on. But if I was to put my 2 cents in, we will not know about the strike until Monday, and I do believe that's when it would happen. Not over the weekend, and not as quick as tomorrow.
Right.
Okay.
Do you think
so-
it's possible that Night Talks Radio could do a live coverage of it?
a live coverage of it? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, we could take our mics out and we could go talk to them as they are, striking.
I'll tell you this. As a former conductor of nearly 9 years, you do not want to go bother the conductors and engineers and this and that out there striking.
Oh, okay. So
it's just not a good move on behalf of your health.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I did look it up here, and the Great Railroad Strike of 1877
see, 1877
was the longest one. It ended in 69 days.
Yeah. So that was obviously a different time period.
Yeah.
The situation was completely different. So yeah, really not comparable. This will be something, like I said, the likes of something that we've never seen before. Okay, and it's just going to devastate the economy, devastate the upcoming holidays. Devastate the middle class. Everything is going to go up.
Well, it looks like in 1992 was the last time rail workers went on strike, and the strike lasted 24 hours before Congress intervened.
Well, that is untrue to a certain point. There were some very small strikes during my tenure. Some got close, some did happen, but were solved within a day or two.
Yeah.
But even then, there wasn't much friendly about it.
No,
Okay.
I'm sure not.
So,
It's never friendly to go on strike. Like, in fact,
well, it's never friendly when the fact of the matter is that the people that are supposed to be helping you and or the government are treating you like shit and then putting the blame on you, also while not fixing a single problem that is going on amongst railroad workers, conductors, and engineers, not addressing the deaths, not addressing the sleep factor, the family time, the vacation, the medical, the 24 hours off, stuff like that. They just put them out to pasture and die. And that's why I guarantee this strike will happen. And like I said, I think it will be Monday. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to hear much on it because it will be done behind closed doors. I mean, it's pretty obvious to me that's why it was called a tentative deal.
Yeah.
Most conductors, engineers totally understand what the word tentative means when it comes to negotiating and contract.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It was just all about the money and the vote that Biden desperately needs for the Senate, the House, and this and that come November.
Right.
So,
right.
there you go.
So it does.
There's my railroad story.
Well, thank you, Daniel, for that story and information.
So, what are you going to follow up with?
Well, I'm just going to say real quick, we had discussed a little bit about the Minnesota nurses going on strike here just recently.
Correct. It seems like everybody is just...
It looks like as of yesterday, They have returned back to work after a 3-day strike now. So
Oh, they have
they
returned to
have returned back to work now.
work. Okay, what was the stipulations of that scenario? Was it pay, safety, hours on duty? What was that all about?
It was a contract negotiation about a little bit more pay, and they were like short-staffed, you know, so getting either more people or getting like you know, time off or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what else do we got, though, Jennifer Gregerson?
So it says right here, it says that, okay, so the strike that lasted 3 days, with some 15,000 nurses walking off their job, impacted 15 different hospitals in Minnesota. All right. So they came up with, you know, they basically, they won what they were asking for, you know, obviously, or else they wouldn't be back to work and everything. So
Right.
so the two sides are hammering out better security, more staff, and a 30% salary.
Better security.
increase. Yeah, better security.
Now, where are these nurses from again?
Minneapolis.
Oh, well,
Okay.
well, that
you know,
answered my
they're
question.
all over in Minnesota too, you know, and stuff like that. But you know, Minneapolis.
I would hate to be a nurse in Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, or St. Paul at this point. Imagine being somebody that saves lives as a person comes up to you and takes your life.
Right.
Okay, that's how the Twin Cities are now, and that's right. We all know the cities are blue.
Right.
Okay, we all know what happened in 2020. All right, stay the fuck away from the cities unless you got a security entourage and you're going to see a wild game. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So Essential Health is reporting that Essential Health, is
Okay.
saying we will welcome all our nurses back at 7 a.m. on Thursday. So yesterday they came back. We look forward to returning to the bargaining table because that's where solutions occur and cannot speculate.
Oh yeah, just look at the railroad. That's how it
future
works.
Actions. So, the spokesperson of St. Luke's said the next negotiation date has not been set, but St. Luke's remains willing to return to the negotiation table. So it seems like a lot of them did not actually have, something set, agreed on something, but they did agree that it would go back into negotiations.
They all say that they want to. They all want to make it sound like we are ready to do this thing and get it done and all over with and make
Right.
everybody happy. But usually, most of the time, like 70% of the time, it's usually just about money.
Yeah.
Money, especially with a leftist government and a Biden regime. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
It was never about safety. COVID, for example, was never about keeping you safe, okay, with masks that obviously do not work and did not work from the very beginning. You just have to have a brain to understand that.
Yeah.
And be able to do your own research, like people used to do before CNN and Don Lemon, for God's sakes. But it's all about the money.
Yeah.
How much money can we make off of people suffering? And right now, for the Biden regime, it's the people suffering are the middle class. How much money can we make off of them? And I'm sure it's quite similar in other countries. I'm sure Kimmy can attest that it's happening in Canada just as well. And probably multiple other countries around the globe, or at least that are westernized. So it's just a horrific thing. I do hope when we gain control of Congress and the presidency, that every one of these Democrats are put on trial for genocide against their own, similar to the Nazis and the Nuremberg trials, because that's essentially what they did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say it again,
and the CDC too.
and I'll say it again. You've said it a few times. Conservatives are the new Jewish people.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't like saying it. It's unfortunate. It's sad. I don't want to bring that up.
Yeah.
But that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
And they've actually come close to saying things like that. As a matter of fact, in his speech just 2 weeks ago or so on Thursday in Philadelphia, I mean, I really thought he was just going to come out and say it.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking
Yeah.
Nazis and this and that, and or Jews
Right.
need to be eliminated.
Yep.
We're going to put you in re-education camps,
Yeah.
and don't worry about the gas substance that's leaking into the room. It'll just put you to sleep.
Yeah. Right.
So.
Right. So
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're okay. So what I want to do is, like I said, we have some listeners, some new listeners. We have some in, Germany, Hungary, all over the place that are listening to us. We're worldwide, okay? So what I'm going to try and do every NTR Daily now is I'm going to try and incorporate at least 3 or 4 international stories or, news stories that are very important, that's kind of associated with the listeners as well. So for Hungary...
Are you going to do it in their language?
No, I can't do it in their language.
Come on now. All right. Go ahead. I won't bother you on this one.
That
Get this out.
would actually be pretty kind of cool, though,
That would
and
be
stuff
pretty
like
cool.
that. But,
But go ahead and get your little segment out there. I'm actually curious to hear what you have to say.
All right, so this is very interesting, and I actually applaud Hungary for doing this, okay? So Hungary just announced a new rule. The Minister of the Interior, Szadon Vector, announced the new rule in hopes of decreasing the abortion rates. So the new rule states that anyone considering a pregnancy termination has to hear and physically see the actual heartbeat first.
That's pretty great stuff.
Yeah.
I would even go even further as to having these women, these females, watch exactly what happens.
Yeah.
To how the child is aborted.
Yeah.
I think, and they will watch. They'll watch the whole fucking thing. Okay, we'll make sure of that.
Yeah.
And then tell me if you still want to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And walk around life with that guilt on your conscience. And at that point, I don't care what people think on this show. We don't lie. We're bold. We tell the truth. I hope because of it, and you killing that baby after seeing that, even, that you fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean,
or you get arrested for murder.
Yeah,
I mean,
or
that's
something
what they
along
really
those
need
lines.
to do.
You're
Some kind of
useless
a.
to this society.
They need to make it some kind of a criminal law.
Yeah,
They
you
do.
need to either be put away for life, or, like I said, your life ended in some sort of way because you are just a useless human being. And there are plenty of useless human beings, like
Yep.
Camilla Harris, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a story about her too, so that's gonna be interesting. But
go on, continue. I had to put my 2 cents in there. I just don't think they're human. After they would see something like that and still have an abortion, you're no longer credible. You are just go away. Go away.
Yeah.
Why don't you go to be one of those first people to go to Mars so you die and
Right.
we know that you're not coming back to Earth.
Right. So, however, Timia Zabal, the co-chair of the left-wing party, believes the rule is a precursor to a total ban on abortion and has called for it to be rescinded.
That's what they all say. It doesn't matter where it is in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody that has any ties to the left or similar to the left, they all say the same thing. Oh, this is any abortion now. Oh, it's going to all be cut off, even if a girl's life is in jeopardy or this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just they're automatically going to do it. They don't care.
Right.
That is an untruth.
Yeah.
That is a lie.
Yep.
Fucking lie.
So Hungary is trying to encourage the population to have more children in other ways than just this new rule. So in 2019, the country announced a cash incentive to married couples who have 3 or more kids, which was 30,600 Hungarian forints, which turns out to actually be $74.91 in American.
Woo! Big time money.
But back to them, it's probably is big time money.
No, it really is.
30,600 forints, and stuff. But so Hungary is simply trying to ensure that it doesn't become dependent on mass immigration for maintaining the population.
Right, exactly. And they're also just trying to, stop murder.
Yeah. And the program's actually working because back in 2020, the facts showed the policy was working because marriages are now at a 40-year high, and the fertility rate is now at a 20-year high, and the divorce rate is the lowest that it has ever been in 6 decades. So continue on, Hungary.
Yeah, that's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
I want to continue to see those numbers grow.
Yeah, and see what happens with this new law now, see exactly, how much is saved, how many is saved and everything. I hope
really,
people have a conscience when they see it.
They really need to adopt that strategy in the United States and or Canada to show these girls, that and let's not kid ourselves, the majority of them pop out children to get benefits and things like that.
Yeah.
They don't give two shits about the children. Let's be honest with there. We've seen news reports where that totally proves what I'm saying.
Yeah, but see, you have to be married over there, and you have to have 3 or more children in order to get the benefits. So
right,
that's,
exactly. That's a
really,
good idea
yeah.
as well. Yeah. So I hope to God you love kids.
Yeah.
And but the thing is that I think it would be great if these mothers that are, well, let's just say what the truth is, not as intelligent
right.
as a majority of women, including yourself, if they got to witness that, they, for 15, 20 minutes, not allowed to walk away or get out of there and just watch. And then if they still say yes, they're going to do it, then right away they're heartless, satanic bastards.
Yep.
Who do not deserve to walk on the face of this planet.
Yep.
Now, for the folks out there that are like, oh my gosh, listen to him. He is going to go to abortion clinics and blah, blah, blah. That's absolutely not true. I am just saying that these people don't deserve to be on the earth. Okay.
No, but I will tell you though, if I ever do come into some
not going to stop somebody that wants to do it though.
If I do come into some pretty good amount of cash, and stuff like that, if I ever do, I wouldn't mind.
You will.
I wouldn't mind donating to the Life Care Center, because the Life Care Center, they're not like Planned Parenthood or anything like that. But the neat thing about the Life Care Center is they actually go through videos of how to raise your child, and any kind of other issues.
Not leaving them there for 24 hours in a dirty diaper, naked, why the father deals drugs and the
Right.
mom is off whoring around.
But I mean, it's all educational classes and everything like that, and it doesn't cost anything. It's free, and it's only 30 minutes, a week or whatever.
Yeah, and it's actually
know?
kind of fun because it also causes a bond to happen
Yeah.
as well between the parents.
Yep.
So-
Yep. So I think that is a very good program. So I would definitely donate to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Go ahead. What's
so
the next thing, Judy?
I think we can get in one more story here before our second break.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is pretty funny. Okay, so we all know that we talked about how, DeSantos, or
Ron DeSantos.
DeSantos.
Actually, Ron DeSatan,
DeSantis.
according to Chris.
Anyways, he shipped, 2 buses full of illegal immigrants, totaling about, 1,000 or whatever?
100, not 1,000. 100.
Oh, well. Anyways, to
Martha's Vineyard.
Yep, to Martha's Vineyard. So this is what happened today. 2 bus loads of illegal immigrants from Texas were basically dropped off and left again. As many as 100 illegal immigrants were dropped off by 2 buses in front of where, Daniel?
There was multiple spots. Which one are we talking about here? Let's see. Yeah, in front of Camilla Harris. We talked about her. In front of her actual home, her official home.
Yep.
Right at her fucking doorsteps.
Yep.
Her fenced-in doorsteps, mind you. Because, of course, she lives in a wonderful white neighborhood. But, and they're there just like, hey, Harris, we're here, man.
Yep.
You said you were going to help us. And she's like, get the fuck off my property.
I mean, and the Texas...
What's good for the gander, not good for the goose.
Yep. So, Texas Border Patrol and the Texas Governor, Greg Abbott, actually sent them there because
Hilarious stuff.
just days before that, she claimed that the border was secure.
Was safe and secure and
Yep.
under control was the exact words. I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, and it does seem like they actually have a plan, and their plan is they're going to go to every Democratic state and drop these illegal immigrants off there, along with, I wouldn't even be surprised if they try to drop them off at the fence of the White House,
Oh, I'm sure that's not
but,
because that's a sanctuary city.
Nancy Pelosi is on the list too, so
Nancy Pelosi's
she
next.
might
They're
actually
all
be
gonna
next.
they're gonna get some visitors from Mexico.
Yeah.
These the illegal immigrants. This is going to be something fun to see. I hope many people videotape that because I want to see that. That will be fun to watch.
Oh yes.
We'll get some
yes.
popcorn and everything.
Yeah, and we'll just
But
laugh our asses off.
yeah, for sure. So that was our news segments and updates for today.
No, we've got more.
Well, no, I know we got more. Those are the main ones, of course, in an hour or two. So, yes, as she said, we do have more updates, show updates, all kinds of good stuff, blah, blah, blah. We will take a break then and return for hour 3 right here on Spreaker.com. And this, of course, is NTR Daily. We will be right back.
country, feeling a fresh new vibe. She was made from the sunshine, I was made from the moonlight. Watching the stars collide, and only God knows why. I was born in the city, I moved to the country, feeling a fresh new vibe. She was made from the sunshine, I was made from the moonlight. Watching the stars collide, only God knows why.
Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390. Or for first-time callers, just dial 1-507-307-4424. From somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Welcome back to NTR Daily, Thursday, September 15th. Late night. NTR Daily, to be exact.
Actually, it's Friday morning at 5:30.
It is Friday morning now.
Yes.
And Fridays are always a good day.
Busy days.
Friday,
Busy days.
TGIF. It is going to be a super busy production day, guest day,
Yep.
like Zoom call day,
Yeah.
and then just a multitude of other things that at this point I just can't remember.
Yeah, I know. So we have a great show in store for you this weekend.
Saturday for sure.
night.
We still haven't had a chance to talk to Joe Chase. The show is obviously still on.
Yeah, Saturday
it is
night
going
we
to
have
be
Joe
something
Chase.
that's going to blow your mind away. I can assure you of that.
Yes.
But of course, we'll have details in the description of the show, the event, the broadcast.
And
as
then
well.
and then Sunday night we have a new guest coming to join us. His name is Todd Wilcox, and he is going to talk about a whole bunch of things, including shadow people.
Ooh, shadow people.
Yeah.
I'm fucking scared of shadow people.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
don't like shadow people.
So, anyway, that's what we've got
So it's
in
going to be a
store
fun-filled
this
weekend of Night Talks Radio live
Oh, yes.
coming up.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So, what do you got there for more news?
Okay, so
My
this
special
is
co-host friend.
absolutely insane, and I can thank Kimmy for actually sending this to me because I did not see this. Marco Rubio's speech is being labeled as factually incorrect or inaccurate.
Factually inaccurate.
Yep.
Okay. Now, why is that?
Well,
And what was the statement or whatever have you?
well, I'll get to that. So
Okay.
apparently, the far left liberals are calling
Or
it,
douchebags.
Factual inaccurate, as Rubio stated.
Factually inaccurate.
Yep, stated yesterday that men can't get pregnant.
And that was immediately
Yeah.
counteracted with that is totally fucking false by
Yep,
the left.
yep. So
Like, weird.
Yeah, right.
Weird. That's only
So-
been happening since humans.
Yeah. So Marco Rubio then went on to say liberals always try to blur the lines, so it seems nothing is on solid ground. But we are at least on solid ground where we know that men can't be women and women can't be men.
Well, that is a fact. That is an absolute fact.
Is somebody calling in?
I thought there was some sort of phone call, but it came from the background. I think it was a part of her television in the back there because it would have popped up on the screen.
Yeah,
obviously.
you would think so, yeah.
So, but go ahead there.
Then he also says that trans men want to dress like a woman and vice versa, but who do they think they're fooling because we can still tell the difference?
Like, I totally know you're a dude.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to call you your fucking pronoun.
Well, see, here's the thing
Okay.
is that the one thing that they cannot get rid of is the Adam's apple. I mean, they changed their biological privates, you know, and everything, but and then they do some kind of hormones to change their voice, but you can't get rid of your Adam's apple.
No, absolutely.
So
not.
it's like,
I mean,
that's all you gotta look at.
so like we're always gonna know that you're a dude, no matter
Right,
what.
exactly.
I mean, and that's only like not even, half of it. I mean, it's just the fact that like just stop it.
Yeah,
Just stop it.
yeah,
Fucking stop.
yeah.
Okay? You're gay or you're a lesbian
Yep. Or
Okay.
bi.
or bisexual,
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't mean now all of a sudden magically you have to change to the other sex. Because what you're doing then is just eliminating gays and lesbians. And I had a fight during the American Paranormal show.
Yeah.
Not really a fight, an argument, but this guy called me out like he had any clue or intelligence about himself. But
Yeah, right.
but it's funny because these surgeries to do that, especially on children and teenagers, are, again, I say it again, all you have to do is watch Matt Walsh's movie from the Daily Wire, What is a Woman?
Pun.
Plug.
Plug.
Not
Pun.
a pun.
Plug.
Dude,
Plug.
jeez. Plug. I'm sure Ben Shapiro listens to our show all the time. But anyway, he, what is a woman? These children and teenagers and whatnot and young adults are dying within 10 to 15 years of getting these multiple surgeries and taking these mind-altering chemical drugs to change them. Basically the same type of drug that is given to pedophiles in certain states as a penalty for being a child sex predator and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing to your children. And also taking away your ability to parent your child in your own way. It's now up to the state to determine that. What happens to your kids, for example, Jennifer, is out of your control. It is completely the state. No parent will have control of your very own blood or children. Okay? And that's the direction we're going in right now.
Yeah, it's so sad. So sad. So, I'm going to say that President Zelensky said in an address yesterday that nearly the entire region of Kharkiv had... Kharkiv. What is it? Kharkiv. Yeah. Had been freed from Russian control.
Well, how about that?
So that's good. That's good. They're making some progress over there.
Bingo.
Yeah. So,
the Russians are actually retreating and trying to get reinforcements because they're disheveled as fuck. These breakaway Russian military groups, Soviet sympathizers, the ones that are committing the rapes, the ones that are devastating civilian territories,
apartments and homes and things of that nature. And it's amazing, though, because you would think that, Russia is a major world power.
Yeah.
And, man, right now they're being embarrassed on the world stage by Ukraine.
Yeah, and just wait until I get to the next story about what happened in Ukraine yesterday as well.
All right, you go for it. I'm listening.
It's going to take just a little bit here, but
Okay, go ahead.
so anyways, this international story, we all know that Queen Elizabeth the third, right? The third?
Queen Elizabeth II.
Are you sure it's the second?
I
thought
the
her
second.
grandmother was the second.
No, I think it's the second. Let me
Well,
double check on that.
okay,
real quick
we'll
for
check
ya.
real quick. But anyways, Queen Elizabeth unfortunately passed away this last week. Now, London does a whole entire week of contribute
It's a mourning
to a
week.
mourning week to the Queen. She is the longest reigning queen. She started
Oh, by
back
far.
in World War II. Around World War II is when she
Slightly
started.
after World War II.
Yep. So she was in reign for 60 years, I believe is what they said.
I think it was more than that, to be honest. But
No, she died at the age of 72.
no,
Was-
93.
Sorry,
years
92. 92, wasn't it?
old. I still want to say 93. But
Oh, okay. Well, then she was in reign for about 70 years. It should be about that. We'll double check that. But anyway, I was going to do an actual big huge story on her last week, but unfortunately we didn't get online, to do that. But thousands gather in miles-long line to pay their final respects to the Queen. This week's line of thousands of people waiting to pay tribute to their Queen was equivalent to the National Olympics of 2012. Many saw her not as just their Queen, but as the nation's grandmother too.
Well, the thing is with that is that she, a lot of people thought she had political power. She had absolutely zero
No, she
political
didn't.
power. She
didn't.
was just a symbol.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think it's very, very sad that there were so many people going on Twitter and Facebook and putting her down.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
in death.
she wasn't
And-
even supposed to take power. Even in her
She was
own,
21 years old
even
when
in
she
her
took
own
power.
even in her own life, like I said, when she was born, nobody in the whole entire world thought that she would ever be queen.
Right, and she at first she wasn't really what you would think of as queen material, but it turned out she was one of the best queens ever. But yeah, I had zero political power, had nothing to do with anything military or anything
I
like
think-
that. And these people were ripping on her in death. How
Yeah.
despicable.
Yeah.
That just tells you again how stupefied the left is, how non-intelligent the left is, how clueless they are.
Yeah.
Okay?
And-
They just have to rip on everything that is not Biden, the Biden regime, AOC, Kamala Harris, whatever fucking have you.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
so,
Biden didn't even show up. It
Didn't
is
even
not
fucking
going to
show up,
even
just-
show up to the funeral. Now, the
Like-
funeral is on Monday, and he says he's not even going to show
like,
up.
that's great, man. Great way to show your appreciation to a NATO country
Yep.
that you're, a part of with NATO. That really looks good, man. That's top notch, man. Smooth move, there, X-Lax.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit leftist.
So by last night, The line reached almost 5 miles long. And there's a couple here that actually, it was their 49th wedding anniversary, okay? Peter James and his wife Julie got a train from Sheffield in northern England to London at 4:40 in the morning yesterday. And then when they arrived, they joined the line near the London Bridge. They said that they could have had a weekend away because it was their 49th wedding anniversary, but they decided to come pay their respects instead.
Oh, yeah.
The couple said that she was our queen. She served us for 70 years. There you go, 70 years.
70 years. 70
And
years.
this is the least we can do.
Yeah. Because she truly spoke the ideology of the West and how the West should be.
Yeah.
And she always tried to defuse the situation, but she represented the West and the best parts of the West just extraordinarily well.
Yeah, and I think she learned a lot of it from Philip. I mean, their love was an internal love. I mean, it was a very, very strong love from the very beginning. And you know how sometimes when you're married into royalty, you don't have that love to that person because you really know that person. But they had a connection right away, and it was like the best love. They were like a Hollywood couple in a way, but I mean, their love was amazing. They carried each other, and I think that's how she learned a lot of her stuff is because she watched Philip.
Oh yeah, without question, bingo bango. But yeah, again, to just finish that off, leftists just showed how despicable they are once again by saying what they said on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff in her death. How just I just don't have words.
Right.
I don't have words
No.
once again for the left. Every day I keep thinking to myself, there's no way they can surprise me any further. And then the very next day, they surprise me by leaps and bounds on what they do.
Yep. So the Queen's body is in Westminster Hall, and it'll continue to be heavily guarded, and it'll be they'll be watching over her coffin until Monday, the day that she will be laid to rest. People came from all over to say goodbye to their queen, including a mother and her daughter from the state of Oregon.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Especially considering the state of Oregon is completely far left.
Yeah.
That they actually went out there for that.
Yeah, well, she said that as soon as they
Because
heard
the
about
Queen
it,
represented everything west,
Yeah.
westernized.
Well-
Oregon, of course, is just a stronghold for pieces of shit in general.
Yeah.
Especially places like Portland.
Yeah.
And also just a completely leftist state. There's complete anarchy, murder 24/7, literally
Big egos.
and big egos, and Antifa literally blocking off block after block,
Yeah.
and taking control of the city, and the police are helpless to do anything because of funding being taken away and things of that nature.
Right.
And then, of course, not allowed to do anything that could offend or harm anybody in either way. Even if they're killing somebody,
Yeah.
make sure you don't offend them or do any racism.
Right. So, the mother and daughter from Oregon, the mother said that as soon as she heard about the Queen's passing, she immediately booked a flight and a hotel, and she flew out there with her daughter because it is a historical moment, and she wanted her daughter to know that. So that was actually very, very good. She said that they both love the Queen, and stuff, as well as I'm sure Princess Diana was in there too. That they loved as well.
Well, of course,
Now, Meghan and Harry.
I don't even want to
Meghan
talk
and Harry
about
actually
Meghan.
showed up too.
I can't stand
So-
Meghan, by the way.
Yeah, Meghan and
she
Harry.
Is a giant piece of shit who's only in it for money.
Yeah.
Okay, the royalty and fame of it all, and also just to give it to her family,
Yeah.
who has done really nothing in life.
Yeah. So Harry and Meghan, like I said, showed up, and now they'll stay there for the whole week, until the Queen's funeral on Monday. But I would really, really like to follow to see if there's any commotion going on with them coming back. So anyway, that'll be very interesting to follow that as Monday approaches.
I don't think many people in the UK, and for this specific situation, are not very pleased.
No.
With them coming back. They essentially abandon
Yep.
their duties as a part of the royal family, and then they come back. I don't think there's too many onlookers to them that are like, oh yay, they're back, and Meghan and all that shit. I'm pretty sure they're more like, wow, I wish you guys were fucking dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how despicable.
Yeah. So the Minnesota worker dies in the gravel pit. A 40-year-old croquet man.
Croquet.
Huh?
Croquet, I believe it is.
Cloquet. It's
Okay, go
cloquet. Man was found dead by his co-workers at a Northland construction gravel pit. Brad Lewis Wojtyska, or Tyesk, I don't know, it's some kind of a long name anyway, but anyways, Brad Lewis of Culver Township was performing maintenance on a conveyor belt, or on the conveyor, and the accident seems to be an industrial accident, but the death is being investigated by the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office and OSHA.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, they think there was a possibility that could be some foul play, or what?
Well, he wasn't alone when he died. His coworkers were all around him. So who knows what happened exactly. The CEO of the company says that in his whole time, there's been nothing like that has ever happened. So who knows? So scammers target tech-savvy teens in the last scam surge. All right, so new data from the FBI and Federal Trade Commission shows that Minnesotans lost $84 million in 2021 to online scams.
Wow. I think we were a part of that.
Now, the new state of internet scams of 2022 study shows that $6.9 billion was lost to online scams.
My goodness.
The data also found that 5,844 Minnesotans were affected last year. And according to the TCE strategy, CEO Brian Austin says that I think Minnesota Nice is putting us in a bad position.
Oh, it really is. It's not really Minnesota nice anymore. Up here it may be just slightly.
Yeah.
But Minnesota as a whole, that Minnesota whole nice thing, has kind of gone out the door since late 2019, early 2022. 2020.
So here are the red flags that include an urgent intent, That's one. Poor grammar. Refusing to video chat.
Refusing to video chat.
Yep. Working overseas or asking to be paid in gift cards or cryptocurrency.
Oh, yeah.
So, even though the tech-savvy teams saw a 1,125% increase in money loss over the last 5 years, $1.6 billion was lost to cryptocurrency scams in 2021. So here are some tips from Austin to put together help about avoiding the online scam.
All right. Well, let's hear them.
Set up a multi-factor authentication. Authentication. Sorry.
It's okay.
Use different passwords and download an automatic software for your electronics.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. So, the international news is Nepal will wait on recruitment of the Indian Army. Prime Minister Shir Bahadur Denba will not recruit Gorkhas in the Indian Army under the Agnapath scheme. It will instead be left for the new regime after November 20th. Recruit of the Gorkhas under the short-term hiring scheme for the Indian military was scheduled to begin on August 24th, my birthday. Wow, interesting. But it was put on hold because Nepal, through Nepal's request.
Nepal. By the way, Nepal, yeah. We get plenty of people listening in Nepal.
And that they would need more time to study it because the Nepalese government thinks this new form of entry into the Indian military is not covered under the tripartite agreements. Tripartite? Partite? Tripartite.
Oh, gosh.
Agreement.
I can't believe I cannot remember that name right now.
Anyways, agreement signed between Nepal.
Tripartite.
Tripartite?
I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
Agreement signed between Nepal, Indian, and Ukraine governments that was completed in 1947.
Tripartite.
Tripartite. Okay. So this goes out to our German listeners.
Ooh.
Germany is sending armed vehicles to Ukraine. Berlin will send 50 Dingon, is what they call it, armored vehicles to Ukraine, according to the Defense Minister Christine Lambrecht's announcement yesterday. Lambrecht said that it is encouraging to see the successes that Ukraine has been able to achieve, especially in the recent days. Besides the delivery of the 50 vehicles, the minister also said Berlin would send 2 additional Mars multiple rocket launchers on top of the 3 that they already have. The announcement comes after the German government faced criticism from Ukraine and the U.S. and domestic politicians about not stepping up their help to aid Ukraine. The Dingo is an armored vehicle that Germany used, for example, during its military mission in Afghanistan to ensure a safe transport of troops. Now keep in mind, it is not a battle tank. However, the decision to supply raised questions about the credibility of the German governments.
Yeah, I can understand that.
LeBerc also said in her announcement that Germany would soon be able to enact a tank swap deal with Greece, which Athens would send 40 BMP-1 infantry fighting vehicles to Ukraine and receive 40 German mortars in return.
Okay. Mortars, or is that?
Is it mortars? Martyrs. Mortars?
It looks like mortars.
Mortars, okay.
It looks like.
So here goes to the Czech Republic, who is listening to us. The Czech government approves an electricity and gas price cap. All right. So the Czech government agreed this week to cap electricity and gas prices in 2023 to shield households from soaring prices on markets. The Prime Minister Petr Fiala said. The government said it would make its national plan, which will work alongside a pan-European solution by the European Commission and member states. According to Fiala, we are guaranteeing the price level. Everybody will know what they will be paying, and it will be impossible that someone pays multiples of what they have paid this year.
Right, right.
So the household would be capped at 6 crowns, which is actually 0.2476. So basically 25 cents American per kilowatt hour of electricity.
Okay.
And 3 crowns for gas. When adjusted for taxes, the Czech electricity price cap will be around 200 euros per megawatt hour. The finance minister Binek Sandrum said the caps would cost the state around 130 billion crowns next year, which turns out to be $5.36 billion.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
So here comes the last story of the day.
Okay.
And I know that you're probably going to have a lot of banter on this one here to finish it off.
I might. We have a situation,
Uh-oh.
as in, little one is up and about.
Oh, okay. All right. So the Russian howitzers orbited Ukraine. Okay? So
Okay.
2 Russian self-propelled howitzers were destroyed in an explosive strike during Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive in the eastern part of Kharkiv
Yeah.
region. The video showing the strike yesterday was posted on Twitter.
Very good. Very good.
Artillery from Ukraine's 92nd Mechanized Brigade, formation of the Ukrainian ground forces, swiftly took them out, is what the post said and explained. General Zalushkyi, the commander of Ukraine's military, said, since last Sunday, our forces have regained 30,000 square kilometers of the territory. So that's kind of interesting. So the quote of the day is, God doesn't give the hardest battles to his toughest soldiers. He creates the toughest soldiers through life's hardest battles.
Indeed. I agree with that. And with that,
we bid you adieu, folks.
Goodbye, everyone.
All right. That was Jennifer saying goodbye. I, myself, Daniel Brewer, is also saying goodbye. This was another edition of NTR Daily, Thursday night, September 15th. We will be back next Tuesday for you with a brand new NTR Daily. Until then, we'll see you this weekend with a brand new episode on Saturday of Night Talks Radio. Goodbye, everybody.
I can see you looking at me from across the room. With every single glance I get a little more confused. You shouldn't want me, I shouldn't want you. All of our reasons, we follow the rules, but all I keep dreaming about is me with you. Are you curious where this is going? I think you should know that when it comes to me and you, I don't know what to do, but I'm curious about you. Yeah, I know that we both agree that we should just be friends.
NTR Daily is a part of the Night Talks Radio Network.
You can catch a new NTR Daily every Tuesday through Thursday, late night.
Listen live right here on Spreaker.com.
Or listen to the over 10 plus top streaming sites as well.
If you missed an episode of NTR Daily or just want to replay any of your favorite daily broadcasts,
just check out the archive section at Night Talks Radio Network via Spreaker.com.
NTR Daily, as well as Night Talks Radio, beamed directly to you worldwide, live from Red Lake Falls, Minnesota, and the great Upper Midwest.
Leave your comments, thoughts, or suggestions at nighttalksradio@gmail.com.
For NTR Daily, I'm Jennifer Gregerson.
And I'm Daniel Brewer.
Until the next daily episode,
have a great rest of your night.
From Red Lake Falls, Minnesota,
and the great Upper Midwest.
Welcome to this one-way ride. We're all on it, got to give it a go. All we got is hope. Don't you know? Wipe the floor of yesterday. You can change it anyway. And you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go.
Night Talks Radio with Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson, NTR Daily, and the Night Talks Radio Network, copyright 2022. Any and all Night Talks Radio Network audio or content cannot be reused or rebroadcast by anyone or any entity, whether online or terrestrial, without the complete verbal and or written consent of the Night Talks Radio Network and its creators, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.